Well, good morning. Had big plans to do some work on something today, yesterday and today, and my daughter wants some chickens, and my wife was kind of on board with it. So I guess we're gonna build a chicken coop. We're gonna repurpose some stuff we got around here. We bought a little small outdoor kennel for our dog last year, and never really used it. So it's gonna work as a temporary chicken run. And then my daughter has a little playhouse that we got her whenever she was, I don't know, 18 months old. She's too big for it now. She doesn't ever play in it. It's just been sitting in the yard, but it's still in good shape. So decided we're going to repurpose it, turn it into a hen house, and do some modifications on it. And it'll work for a little while. If we do okay with the chickens and we like having them around and they're not too much of a pain in the patootie, we may expand our operation next year, and it may not work next year. But for this year, it'll be okay. It's small. I don't know, maybe 4 foot by 4 foot, something like that. But like I said, we're only gonna have a few chickens this year. And then if it works out and we like it and we decide to expand next year, then I'll just build something bigger then. But for now, it puts to use a little structure that wasn't being used, and it's gonna serve the purpose of housing a few little chickens this year, give my daughter something to do. We're a homeschool family, and so she's going to be involved in the building of it. She's going to be involved in the planning of it. She's already been planning it. We're gonna, that wind is chilly, and we're gonna use it kind of as a homeschool project. And then of course, then she's going to be raising the chickens, so she's involved in that too. So all good things. So y'all stand by, we'll see how this turns out. It's been a long day, but it's been productive. Gotten quite a bit done on the hen house. Still got a lot to do. I've got to finish out the nesting box. I got to cut the door for the ramp for the chickens to go down, for the gangplank or whatever you want to call that thing. I got a couple of windows that I still have to fill in, or cover in, so that they don't get out of there, and it kind of protects them and all. And I gotta put the dog kennel on there and do a little bit of chicken wire around the bottom of it to keep the chickies in. Try to help keep some of the predators out. I wanted to do some hardware cloth around the bottom of it, but damn, that stuff's expensive. I don't want to spend that much money on it. So it's at least $1 a linear foot, sometimes more than that, depending on where you're getting it at. But I didn't want to spend that on it. So anyway, I'm gonna do it like this for now. I still will get some hardware cloth, because there's a couple of places that I want to cover with that to make sure that it's nice and secure and nothing's going to get in there that I don't want in there. But I won't have to buy nearly as big a roll of it as what I was going to have to buy before. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't want to spend a lot of money on this. I'm trying to do it as budget friendly as possible, just to see what I can do. 90% of the stuff that no, not even that. The only thing that I have bought is the chicken wire, and I think it was $16 or something like that. It wasn't very much, and that's for 50 feet of it, 24 inches by 50 feet, and that should go all the way around the bottom of it. The only other thing that actually, I guess that's it. That's all I bought, is that chicken wire. Everything else, the plywood I had, the wafer board I had, the the 2x6s that I built the stand out of. I had screws, everything. I've had everything I needed, just from previous projects that I had leftovers from. So I was just curious to see how much of it I could get done. I'm probably going to come up a little bit short on the plywood. I wanted to do the nesting box out of heavier, like plywood. Didn't have to be 3/4 inch. That just happened to be what I had. But I wanted to do that a little bit heavier plywood because I want to put some doors in. I was going to put a hinged roof on it, but by the time I got this thing put up on the 24-inch risers, it's a little too tall. I could lift the roof and get eggs out of it, but I'd probably be the only one. I don't think my wife or my daughter, either one, could get up there to get the eggs out. So I'm gonna have to put doors in the back of the nesting boxes because I don't want to have to go inside the hen house to get the eggs. I was gonna get it from the outside, but the way it's working, I'm gonna have to put the doors on the side instead of on the top. So that's gonna be a little bit more construction than what I was wanting to do, but it's a thing. Well, day 2 of the hen house build is done, and it's pretty well completed now. Built a door for where we're going to clean out the shavings. I built the door for the hens to go through to get into the kennel. I finished the back wall of the nesting boxes, built some doors on that. And we got it painted, so pretty well done with the construction. Adelaide painted the inside of the nesting boxes. She painted the floor inside the hen house. We painted the entire exterior of it red. I still got to go back and put the white trim on it. Home Depot has farm animal safe paint, barn paint, and one is barn red, and then one of them is just plain white. And so I got a gallon of each of those. They're actually cheaper than the other exterior paint too. They're only $25 a gallon. So I got a gallon of each of them. So I'm gonna use those and paint it up. And I bought a few hinges and some barrel latches for the doors, and keep the raccoons from being able to get in there quite so easy. But that's really the only money I've spent on it. So all in all, I've spent probably, I don't know, $75, maybe $75, something like that is what I've spent on it so far. Everything else I already had. Got the kennel, had the playhouse, had all the extra plywood and lumber and everything that we used. I repurposed a lot of the wood that was on the playhouse and for different things. I've still got to build the gangplank and paint it, and paint the trim, and then attach the dog kennel onto the side of it so that they've got a little bit of a chicken run. Other than that, we're done, man. It's pretty easy. So I've got maybe another day's worth of work to do to it, and then it'll be complete. Pardon my junk, y'all. I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet. I had to go to work, and I'm still not completely done with building this chicken coop. I still have to do some stuff to it. I got to put the metal roof up on top of here and on top of the nesting box. Still got a little painting to do. Need a little bit of tweaking on the little door that we built. The laying boxes are actually going to be on the outside of the chicken run, and then whenever we come up, this will be on the outside. We'll be able to raise the door like this. That way I'll have, like, I've got a hook down here, and we'll have some sort of little clasp or something on there, where when I bring it down, it'll hook on there. And be able to keep the door open. We're also gonna have an automatic door on it. I've got it setting up on top of here right now. We're gonna have an automatic door on there so that we don't have to come out here all the time and open and close it. Also had to build a door on this end here because this one was open. This is where that porch came off of. So we built that door. Adelaide's gonna show us how to use it here. And it just pops right open. I'll be able to pull a wheelbarrow up right down here, pop that door open, and rake all of the bedding out whenever it needs to be cleaned. So the doors are built for the nesting boxes. That part is complete. We have a sliding door here. That'll be the gangplank down here. And I just ran it up through some eyelets right there. That was Adelaide's idea. And then this string will be on the outside of the kennel, and we'll be able to just open the door from outside. Like I said, it's still got a little painting to do, but on the inside here, we've got a roost on that side there. We've also got another little roost over here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a roost right here in front of the nesting boxes. And then we've got the nesting boxes in here. The nesting boxes are actually fairly large for a nesting box, but it is what it is. I used the space that I had and did the best I could with it. Down here is the current door that we've got, the manual door for letting the chickens out. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna cut another one over here in this corner for the automatic door that we just got from Amazon. I am gonna have just a little bit of a task making sure that I've got daylight, because as you can see, the chicken coop is underneath the tree. I should have plenty of sunlight to where I can charge the battery with the solar panel, but I may have to move the solar panel actually out here onto the fence or something instead of on the chicken coop itself, just to make sure I get a good, long amount of time for the solar panel to be in the sun so that it charges the battery up every day. My wife really wanted the chickens to be in the front yard rather than in the back. I was going to put it out back, out close to the barn or something maybe, but she wanted it in the front yard. Thought it'd be fun to have them up here. So, and we're not going to have like a ton of chickens anyway, not right away to begin with anyhow. So hopefully the smell won't be too bad. I don't know, chickens can be kind of gross, but we're only going to have, 4, 5, 6, whatever. I don't even know for sure how many we're going to get right now, but we're not going to have that many, so hopefully it won't be too bad. And it gives my wife and daughter, a little something to sit on the front porch and look at. The automatic door has timers on it to where you can set it to open, at daylight, and set it to close again at dark or just barely after or whatever once the chickens go back into the coop for the evening. And like I said, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more modification to it just to make sure it works. I'm gonna end up having 2 gang planks for the chickens to go up and down, because we're gonna have the manual one also, so that if the battery ever dies or there's a malfunction on the door or whatever, we've still got another option of opening and closing the door without having to depend on that little door. So we're gonna have both of them, but and then we'll just play it by ear which one we use and when. Still got a day or two's worth of building left on this thing before it's complete, but this is the door that we bought. That's the company name right there. It's a little bit hard to read the way they've got it written, but obviously I'm gonna have to adjust this just a little bit. I'm gonna have to cut part of that board off, but it's gonna go on this other side over here, and it'll automatically open and close. So we have no association with this JXJ however you pronounce that company that we bought this from. We bought it off of Amazon. It was just one that we saw, thought it looked like it was a pretty good one, and so we ordered it to give it a try. We're not associated with them in any way, but I want to do a fair review and just let you know what I think of it. And, so far, it looks pretty good. I think we're going to be happy with it. I hope it works as well as it looks like it's gonna.